This is Meshell Ndegeocello, and I'm in the hang, so I want you to check it out.
Just run over, saving grace. Just run over, saving grace.
I entitled the record Bitter just because you can't appreciate what's good without experiencing the bitter. Or in the Buddhist philosophy, it's 10,000 joys, 10,000 sorrows. And I just chose to acknowledge the pain for once that is involved with being in love. Yeah, I feel like I get on an interview and it's like, hey, you're the big old black dyke who doesn't have any hair, you know, and that's like the first thing they focus on. And it's just like, that's just so boring. And, or, you know, the funniest thing, or, you know, John Mellencamp made your career. It's like, I had a record out before him. And it's just like, whatever, I guess it's sad to say, it's like, has America become that trite? It's really disturbing when the color of your skin affects what genre of music you should be playing. And it's also really hard when it's like, okay, you know, someone tells you, you know, I don't hear a hit, so you can't get on the radio, and we won't be able to sell your record. You know, it just becomes extremely frustrating, and it makes you question whether you're good or not. Well, I didn't really get interested in music until I was about 15. And Prince had just kind of come out. And, I mean, it was part of going through puberty because I just found him to be this beautiful man. But just the fact that he played all these things, you know, was just incredible to me. And there was just so much coming out of him, lyrically, melodically, rhythmically. And so that sort of sent me on a course. When I make a record, I just want whoever can get with it at the time is fine. I don't care. Miles Davis said, you know, because they were saying, you know, Miles, you have all these white cats in the band, you know, you need to keep it real. And he was like, you know, I don't care if you're blue with red breath, as long as you can play the part, you know. And that's how I feel about the listener. It's like, why does it have to be like, you know, I mean, because I've actually sat in meetings where they go, well, your demographic is, you know, black people between 18 and 25, and the white audience, it's like, give me a break. You know, I mean, and that's when I think the computer will totally change that, because it's faceless. You know, my musical life is I'm happy. There's nothing, I've met Prince, I've met Shaka Khan. I'm sort of geeky. I go to I got nominated for some Grammys, but I was just excited to go because I brought my autograph book. I mean, I sat by Rage Against the Machine and was, you know, decided to look down for me. Thank you. And, you know, I got to work with Herbie Hancock, who's also like a huge idol. I felt such a kindred feeling to this person. It was kind of scary because people would say similar things to him that they would say to me, like, you know, why don't you sing? Because I had never thought to sing, and they would tell him the same thing because he hated his voice. I hate my voice. He was also very small guy, and just the fact he was into other things. He lived in Harlem. And he would always think people were staring at him because he was different. He would always wear, like, eccentric clothes, and people would make fun of him, you know, about, you know, you act white. And, you know, I've heard on many occasions. And so I just totally just dove into him. And then I met Alan Douglas, who at that time owned all his publishing, and got to hear tapes, outtakes, you know, the actual multi-tracks of him. If you can ever in your lifetime just hear a soloed Hendrix guitar track, it's incredible.